up, bro?
What's good with it, man? Oh, wait, what's this?
What you call it?
Oh, yeah, melanated.
And opinionated.
Hey, just two melanated brothers
Talking that talk.
giving our opinions, man. That's all we got.
Man, hey, y'all know who this dude is?
Hey, if you don't know, now you know. Mr. Dale-matic in that Hey, hold up, wait a minute. I know y'all recognize this guy. Oh, look at him. Mr. Motivate.
Yeah, Mr. Motivation.
Hey.
Shout out to my wife for making this for me, man.
Hey, shout out. Hey, homage to the boy.
Representing, man.
God is dope, My dude, rest in peace.
The Mamba.
Black Mamba. Oh, yeah, I can check it out. Let's see
Man.
Mamba on the back.
That's great, man. Definitely one of my favorites of all time.
For sure.
Oh, man. Let's go and dive in it, man.
Hey, you know what? So this is about
Hold up, real quick before we actually dive in, man. I want to thank everybody for
Yes.
the support, man. Just the
Yes.
love and the feedback we
Yes.
received, man.
all of the views, all of the shares,
All the comments,
all of
man.
the likes, man.
Yeah,
That was
man.
on point, man.
That's dope,
We
man.
appreciate that. We're gonna keep them coming for y'all. If y'all like it, please subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you want to do. And we're gonna start doing a live where we kind of do some dialogue back and forth with y'all.
Right.
A
Watch party.
A watch party. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Probably the next day. If y'all like that, let us know, man. Tell us what y'all think.
Right. If y'all don't like it, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
I love the feedback, man. I love to just challenge my thinking, man. You know what I mean? Make
And
me
none
see
of
something different.
and none of y'all attacked us neither, so that felt good.
Oh man, it was so
We
classy.
thought it was
So
but
classy.
with that being said, y'all might attack us with this one right here.
Protect your neck, brother.
Hey, because I've been having this conversation with a couple of females, and I share my own sentiments about it, but as y'all gonna see, I'm pretty open, but some people be like, whatever, so,
Right.
yeah.
You know, we didn't talk about this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
man.
let's just go and dive in it, man. So today's topic is
Interracial,
dating.
yes. Interracial relationships, dating, man. So I had a conversation with a family member of mine, and she was telling me how she feel like she can't be with a white man because he don't understand her. He can't really relate to her, especially dealing with Black Lives Matter. Oh, BLM, Black Lives Matter. Shout out to my sister for making the shirt, but she was talking about how, and I just kind of tested her and contested what she was saying, just like, well, what do you mean that he don't understand, and how come somebody can't empathize with your situation no matter what color they are, no matter who they are? I feel like people should be able to empathize, you know what I'm saying? Sympathize, whatever it may be. But she was just going on to say, no, because there's certain things that I'm going to go through as a black woman that he'll never be able to understand. And as quiet as kept, as a black man, it's stuff that she going to go through as a black woman that I ain't going to understand.
Absolutely.
So what make me different from the white man?
Absolutely. I mean, just to play devil's advocate, man, like, I have heard some compelling arguments on the other side, man. Because I definitely support, you want to love whoever you want to love, go do that, you know what I mean? But I've heard some compelling arguments about just like basically what your cousin said, man. Like, the black community understands each other far more than other communities would.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
Absolutely. I agree.
there's a lot of challenges that interracial couples even face. Like a couple, I won't say any names, but they actually end up moving down south, and black woman with a white man, and they have 2 mixed children, and she had a hard time. Like, people approaching her, oh, are you the nanny? Like all kinds of stuff. Like, and I mean, even some like deeper racist stuff. Man, I won't dive too deep into that because that's a whole nother rabbit hole in itself. But yeah, they face a lot of challenges, man. So some people said to just keep your life simple. You know what I mean? Just stick with what you know. But I mean, these are all cop outs if you ask me.
Absolutely.
But and then I think like we've talked about it. Like we went to Dewey Bunch of Soda, and so these schools,
international schools,
international studies. So
yeah.
we were around Bosnian kids, Croatian kids, Asian kids,
African
Hispanic
kids,
African, Middle Eastern kids, like
everything.
Pretty much the United Nations was
yeah.
wrapped up in our school,
Absolutely.
man. We had the flags, all the representation for everybody, man. And so coming up with that kind of environment, like we learned to accept other people, you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys are different. That's basically what, to me, the premise was. You're different and that's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
We can be
absolutely.
friends. We can still get along, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Versus like a lot of people have the mentality that they're afraid of something different. You know what I mean? And so they shun it, or they try to condemn it. They even demonize it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like people talking about the white devil and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, but you kind of, I know like people are kind of afraid of things they don't understand sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I mean, even when racism, and you know what I'm saying, at the forefront, like I think racism is the the root of it is that they don't understand us, so they kind of scared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like with anything, when you don't like prime example, I just took a test over the weekend or whatever, over like a couple of days ago, and although I knew some of the stuff that I didn't know, it frightened me. It was intimidating. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? So
that's a great point.
Yeah, so what you don't understand, you kind of veer away from. You know what I'm saying? You kind of afraid of it. But I mean, you know that uncomfortability produces something. It stretches you out. You know what I'm saying? It forces you to have to, you know what I'm saying, change and adapt. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And because that's what I had to do. Even though I was afraid of it, I had to adapt and thinking like, okay, I gotta take this test because I gotta. You know, so I gotta get my license. So,
right.
And it's like, so even though you're scared of us, you gotta live with us. So you gotta come our way. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to interact with us somehow. It ain't no way to not. I don't know where people live at, but maybe in Utah. no, not in Utah, Wyoming, because I don't really know no black people living in Wyoming. Maybe like that's the only place where you don't really have to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Adapt to being around black people. But even going back to our topic. I think that it's more so a spiritual thing. I think it's a soul thing. Like your spirit and your soul does not have a color. These are our vehicles. You know what I mean? What's inside the vehicle is like a blank. Is blank. It's like a ghost. You know what I mean? So.
That's deep.
Yeah, so we all driving these vehicles, and really, you get to pick. You know what I'm saying?
Like Avatar, bro.
It's
the movie.
Ooh.
The movie Avatar.
Yeah.
The blue people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and so
plugged in,
and you don't really know what the color that person is under there, because everybody blue. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's an avatar, but it was a white person. It was Zoe Saldana. Was it Zoe Saldana? Yeah, she was black. And the dude was white, you know what I'm saying? They fell in love. They didn't even realize that one was white and one was black.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I think that it's more so that kind of mentality, because your spirit is gonna connect with somebody else's spirit. Right. It shouldn't be your color, because I get it. You want to be relatable. You want to have something in common, but more so, you want your spirit to speak that love, because that love kind of conquers all of that barrier of, you know what I'm saying, color that maybe people don't understand each other.
Absolutely. And something I would add, man. There's a lot of hate talk. You know what I mean? Like, especially like coming from like the older generations, and this is black grandparents and white grandparents still passing that poison down to the younger generations. You know what I mean? Because I've heard people say, "Don't you bring no white girl here." You know what I mean? Or
absolutely.
And I'm sure it happens on the other side. You know what I mean? So to have that kind of mentality trickle down, and then like you're looking at a pillar of the family. You know what I mean? It's somebody you trust, somebody that's got credibility with you. So when they pass that down to you, you have a choice to make now. Do I go by what this person that has loved me, taught me right? You know what I mean? Like, they're a standard person to me.
Yeah.
But in this instance, they're wrong. Like, there's no way around it. Like, people gonna differ, people gonna have their opinions, but in my opinion, they're wrong. And so to put that on a child that's just like raw putty, you know what I mean? So shapeable, so like a sponge just gonna absorb whatever you pour into them. It's just, and that's terrible. And then like, the media. Like I tell people all the time, man, like if I wasn't black and my only depiction of black people was what I seen on the news,
Yeah,
I'd be scared of black people too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Every day
Absolutely.
there's a shooting in North St. Louis.
Yeah.
There's a shooting in North St. Louis, which that happens. You know what I mean? But the news is geared towards negativity. You know what I'm saying? And destruction, because that's what pops. That's what grabs people's attention naturally. You know what I mean? There's a lot of beautiful things that goes on in North St. Louis that gets no kind of recognition. You know what I mean? Or it's like a snippet. Hey, you know what? Matthew Dickey, they did this, but. Back to this shooting and triple homicide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Breaking news.
I mean,
man.
but like, what's news then? You know what I'm saying? And that's another rabbit hole we can go down. But it's like, what really is news? Like, is news controversial? You know what I'm saying? Is it problematic? Is it exciting? Is it positivity or is it negativity? You know what I'm saying? Is all of it news? Because it's like, what are they really trying to report? You know what I'm saying? What really is news?
But I'd say about 80% of it is negativity. Because that's what grabs people's attention. You know what I mean? Like if they talking about, you know, somebody going out here feeding the homeless, and you see this headline, you ain't clicking on it. But soon as I'm sure y'all saw that tsunami watch for Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's see what this is about. That's we finna die. You know what I mean? That's interesting. You know what I mean? But that's just how we're wired, and it's sad, it's tragic, man. But that's the world we live in.
But going back to the interracial relationship. Touching on what you said about that pillar, that's the main thing. And even the relationship that you was talking about where people went down south, like the problem is what's around us.
Yeah.
The problem is our environment. If we could just be with each other, the outside wouldn't matter. But because the outside has such an influence, has such an impact, you know what I'm saying? That's what keep us away from each other. I think if we didn't have that, man, more people would be, you know what I'm saying, outside of their race, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know, but society perpetuates separating from the other races. I mean, but even like with other ethnicities, like, even when we was going to school at Sodan, you know, we all was into different type of, because we was always around, we was into all different ethnicities. And so you would get, some of that, because some of them cultures come up and they be like, you got to stay with your people, and they teach you that you're gonna find you an Indian guy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be with an Indian guy, and this is who you're gonna bring home. You don't get to bring nobody else home. You're gonna be with an African, and you don't get to bring nobody else home. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be with a Bosnian, and you don't bring nobody else home. That's kind of what they teach them. You know what I'm saying? And we don't teach our kids that. We teach. It's about,
I mean, some people.
Yeah, some people do. Yeah, but for the most
do.
part, on a large scale, we don't be in the crib. He's like, no, don't bring. But I take that back, because a lot of, you know, moms, speaking of our moms and other moms that we know, don't bring no white girl home, you know what I mean? So, although they said that our parents really accept anybody that we would bring home because they love us.
That's what my mom always told me, because I remember being at Dewey and just thinking, you know, little boyfriend, girlfriend and stuff, and like, hey, mom, you know, how would you feel about dating somebody? She was like, if they good for you, they good for me. Like, that was her mentality.
That's about the spirit. That ain't about the color. That's about the spirit. If you good on the inside. It ain't about what's on the outside. You know what I mean? But what y'all think, though? Yeah. What y'all think? Let us know, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to know, man. And like we said all the time, man, keep it respectful, but we definitely want to know y'all opinions, man. Challenge our way of thinking. If y'all think we did wrong, let us know it, man. So, like, subscribe, follow, share. You know what I mean?
All of that, man.
Just keep supporting.
And we're going to be back with another video next Friday. Right. As a matter of fact, let us know some topics y'all want us to hit, because you know we got some opinions, and we love to hear y'all opinions as well. Like,
so share the page, man. The Melanated Opinion.
Melanated M&O show. Yeah. We back again.
We got to start talking, having these talks, man.
Absolutely. This is what's going to help our community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to heal our community.
Heal our community.
We got to talk about this stuff, man.
Healing our community brings that unity.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all
Uniting, man, because they trying to separate us. So, man, we'll see y'all next time, man.